Hi, I'm Christy, and today I want to be very honest with you. I'm not here to tell you what you are doing wrong. Today, I want to talk about what I did wrong and how I kept my anxiety alive for years, even when I was convinced that I was healing. Because most of my mistakes looked reasonable, they gave me relief in the moment, but at the same time, they kept me stuck in anxiety for a very long time. So if you recognize yourself in this, please don't blame yourself. This is not about weakness. This is about survival. Before we go any further, I want to say one important thing. If you live with anxiety, obsessive thoughts, panic attacks, or constant inner tension, this channel might be helpful for you. Here, I don't promise quick fixes or magic buttons. Here, I share my personal path, my real experience of living with anxiety, the mistakes I made, and the conclusions I came to over time. Maybe something I say will resonate with you. Maybe something will help you look at your state differently. Or maybe it will simply give you the feeling that you're not alone. So if it matters to you, to stop being afraid of your symptoms, to better understand what is happening to you, and to slowly rebuild a sense of inner support, subscribe to my channel. Here I speak calmly, honestly, and like an adult about things I've actually lived through. And now let me tell you about my mistakes. My first mistake, I overwhelmed myself with information. When my anxiety started, I began searching for answers everywhere. YouTube, articles, podcasts, courses, psychologists, doctors, forums, and even things that were closer to magic than real help. I would read one thing and immediately another. One person said it was hormones. Another said childhood trauma. Someone said the gut. Someone else said a spiritual block. And instead of clarity, I ended up with mental chaos. I knew a lot, but I didn't know what to actually do. And the worst part, I kept postponing action. Because when there is no clear system, the brain freezes. Over time, I realized something simple. Anxiety doesn't go away through knowledge. It goes away through repeated actions within one clear, consistent system. My second mistake, I was looking for a magic solution. I desperately wanted everything to end quickly. One pill, one technique, one session, one realization. And I wake up normal again. I jumped from method to method, tried things for a few days, didn't see results, and moved on. I believed that if I found the right thing, everything would disappear. But the truth was very simple and very uncomfortable. There is no magic button. My nervous system had been exhausted for years, and it couldn't recover in one day. Healing turned out not to be a moment, but a process. My third mistake, I constantly talked about my symptoms. I thought that if I shared what I was feeling, it would help. I talked about my heart, my dizziness, my strange bodily sensations, my fear. I talked to close people. I wrote in chats. I looked for others with the same symptoms. And yes, I felt relief for a short time. Then the anxiety came back, and I talked again. What I didn't realize was that I was teaching my brain a very dangerous habit. When I'm scared, I need external reassurance. It felt like support, but in reality, it was feeding my anxiety. My fourth mistake. I tried to fix anxiety only through the body. My body was screaming, so I focused only on the body. Medical tests, doctors, supplements, massages, breathing, just to calm down. Sometimes it helped, but never for long. I didn't understand the main thing. My body wasn't broken. It was signaling that my nervous system was overloaded. I treated the symptoms, but I didn't change my reaction to them. It was like wiping the floor without turning off the running faucet. My fifth mistake, endless self-analysis instead of action. I analyzed everything. My childhood, my trauma, my patterns, my reasons. I told myself, once I fully understand it, then I'll start acting. But the truth was different. I was simply afraid of action. Because action means facing anxiety. and analysis feels safe. Eventually, I understood this. Insight without behavioral change doesn't heal anxiety. My sixth mistake. I looked for someone to blame. I blamed my past, my parents, people, circumstances, and in some ways that made sense. I wasn't guilty of what happened to me. I didn't choose those experiences. But for a long time, I avoided one hard truth. Responsibility for my recovery was mine. Real change began when I told myself, I'm not guilty for what happened, but I am responsible for what happens next. Maybe you recognize yourself in my mistakes. If you did, be gentle with yourself. You're not broken. You're not weak. You are doing the best you could to survive. I want to leave you with one simple question. Which of these mistakes do I make most often? And what can I do differently, even by 1%, starting today? Sometimes that small shift changes the entire direction. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you in the next episode.